All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus. All right, we're going to Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34, and I'm going to start at verse 9, and it reads, "A man that hath traveled knoweth many things. He that hath much experience will declare wisdom. He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that traveled is full of prudence." All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, I'm in transit. But I wanted to go into a quick lesson through the spirit as I was meditating that you can't outlearn experience. All right, there is no way to outlearn experience. That's why the scriptures say, with all thy getting, get what? Get understanding. All right, because at the end of the day, through the spirit, wisdom is cultivated by application. All right, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is what you know. All right, it's the information you've gathered. Wisdom is the experience that you have from applying the knowledge that you have. That's why through the spirit you can relate Ecclesiasticus the 34th chapter to this journey in the truth. All right, it's also likened unto a straight gate. All right, in 2nd Esdras the 7th chapter, it's a narrow path. And those who have traveled on this path longer than you, beginning with our apostles, are living examples of knowledge not being able to outlearn wisdom. All right, there's no way to outlearn experience. And you've had these different guys come up, Johnny come latelys, all right, who catch this epiphany that they're deeper than the elders now. All right, that they know more than the elders. But you can't outlearn experience. All right, because what experience shows you is that the Lord has dealt with that individual longer. He supped with that individual and given that individual a spirit to continue over an extended period of time. That's why the scriptures say, count the elders worthy of double honors, because you can't outlearn experience. You can know the scriptures front and back, but there's no way to outlearn the experience. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get double honors. All right, because that's not a light thing. You know, when we say we give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, that's based on what? That's based on experience. Because that experience is a testament. All right, it's a testament of the Lord's spirit upon those individuals. There's no way to outlearn that. There's no way to complete some test and now you're on the level of that kind of experience. You know, brothers say this all the time. When you come into the truth, that's when you start to grow. That's when you become it's likened unto a newborn babe. So when you come into the truth, your first year, you're 1 year old. All right, you have men, beginning with our apostles, who are full grown men in the truth, meaning they came in the truth and they've abided in this truth 30, 40 years of experience. There is no way to outlearn that. And that's why the scriptures say knowledge puffeth up. But there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. When you understand why knowledge puffeth up, is because you can learn a certain amount and believe that you're on a level that you're really not according to experience, which are two completely different things. Now let me see if the Lord may allow it. All right. All right, this is 1 Timothy 5:17. And it reads, "Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. There's no way to outlearn the experience of laboring in the word and doctrine for an extended period of time, man. When you think about what Eleazar, all right, which is the head of Sakari, what he's attempted to do is try and circumvent the elders with knowledge. So he believes that he's on the same level of the elders, not based on experience, but based on the knowledge he's gathered in a short period of time. But that does not count you worthy of double honors, man. Definitely doesn't give you the right to rebuke an elder. Why? Because you can't outlearn experience, man. And as I meditated on that through the spirit as I was driving, it really hit me through the spirit that that's the discernment. All right, that's the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge is what you've gathered concerning the information, but wisdom is your experiences when you apply that knowledge. All right, when you go back to Ecclesiasticus, the 34th chapter, it says that you know more than you can explain. All right, as a matter of fact, this is Ecclesiasticus 34:11. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express. Now, again, we can relate that to this truth. All right, again, it's a narrow path. It's considered a straight gate. All right. So that traveling on that road garners or it gives you a certain level of experience. And that's why brothers are exhorted to help in the ministry. Because that's the most efficient way to gather that experience, is to be around like-minded brethren. To be around iron. Iron sharpeneth iron. Because just to learn this truth or gather the information doesn't give you the same growth as the experience that comes with the labor. And that's why brothers exhort other brothers who learn, that if the Spirit is upon you through faith, step out and begin to labor while it is yet called day. Because the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. But at the same time, that labor is going to give you an experience that money can't buy, that just gathering the precepts can't give you. Because again, just gathering the precepts gives you the knowledge, but until you're put in situations where you have to apply it, you haven't reached the point of getting wisdom. That's the difference. And Lord willing, we're a part of that number. That experience, that knowledge, that wisdom, all right, is going to equal up to salvation. That's the beauty of the straight gate. Yes, it's grievous. We're being chastised, so it don't feel good. I wouldn't front and say it does. All right. But through the Spirit, you're becoming stronger if you can receive it. I mean, the moment you come into this truth and you understand it, you begin traveling on that journey. Before Israelite men, the quickest way, let's say the most efficient way, the best way for you to travel in this truth is doing a labor. That is going to give you the most experience, which equals up to that wisdom, the application. And that's why the ministry has been established. It's to build up the faith, all right, through the epistles, but also through the experiences. And there's no way to outlearn that. You can have a guy memorize all of the precepts, but there's no way, if he's just started out 4 or 5 years, that he is on the level of Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, or Apostle Ramlab, or Apostle Rakah, or the younger elders. There's no way, because why? Why? Because experience. There's no way to circumvent experience. You can't outlearn that. And that's why through the Spirit, I was meditating on it, and I just wanted to bring this out, Lord willing, through the Spirit. And I want to grab this and finish this off. Ecclesiasticus 34:12. All right, and it reads, I was oft times in danger of death. Yet I was delivered because of these things. And what does that do? That builds up your faith. It builds up your faith to a level where you know that the Lord is real in your situation, that the Lord is for you in your situation. Not just based off the merit of what the Lord has done for Peter or Daniel. When you've traveled on the straight gate, you gain experience of knowing personally how good the Lord is. There's no way to outlearn that. Whether that journey is small or great, because at the end of the day, we get the same penny. Lord willing, we're part of that number of salvation. But through the Spirit, there's no way to outlearn going through the straight gate and experiencing it for yourself. And that's what the Lord has us on. That's the journey that the Lord has us on. But that's why the scriptures say that the elders are worthy of double honors. Why? Because they've been on this path longer than you. They've experienced this longer than you. They've had the opportunity to apply knowledge in the Spirit longer than you. That warrants a greater measure. That is proof of a greater measure. Like Yahweh Shah said, if you don't believe me for the word, believe me for the work's sake. And what does the work's sake? The work's sake is that if they're still fellowshipping, if they're still doing the work, if they're still on fire for the Lord, and it's 30 plus years, what does that say? How can you outlearn that? There's no way to do that. The experiences are priceless. There's no way to outlearn that type of experience. And as you see, as we get closer to the end, you're going to see more rebellion, all right, in the Spirit. All right, they shall depart from the faith having itching ears. Why? Because now we're getting to the end. And ultimately, they're offended at Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right? And for that reason, because Yahweh Shai has more experience than all of us. But you have those who would wish that he not rule or reign over them. So they're in rebellion against the order that the Lord has set up. And that order is established through the experience that the Lord has placed upon particular men. There's no way to outlearn that, man. I don't care if you got 6 notebooks full of scriptures. And that's why the straight gate is so important. And it's important through the Spirit to, with all thy getting, get understanding. All right, let's get that. All right. This is. No, I want the one in Proverbs. All right, this is Proverbs 4 and 5. And it reads, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Let me continue. Verse 6 reads, forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. You know, the elders say this all the time. This isn't just an information grab. You know, and wisdom, again, is applied knowledge. And those who have applied this knowledge for longer than us are worthy of those double honors, man. And that's the apostles and the elders, man. And there's no way to circumvent that. There's no way to outlearn that. And as I was meditating through the Spirit and driving, the Spirit was on me to go into that, you know, because it's important through the Spirit, especially in this time that we're in, where you see so many Israelites rebelling against the order that's established. And when you think about how the Lord set it up, the proof is in the results. After all of these years, the apostles and the elders are still here, still standing against many adversaries, still preaching the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in truth and in sincerity, still edifying. And it don't matter how deep you may sound, you can't outlearn that type of experience. You have brothers that have been in this truth a long time that you can't outlearn their experience. They've been in situations and circumstances where they've gathered more than can be expressed in a lesson. And that just goes to show you there's a separation between knowledge and wisdom. And that's why through the Spirit, I want to go into this. Lord willing, this was edifying. Let me go back to Ecclesiasticus 34 and I'll close out with that. All right, Ecclesiasticus 34. And I want to continue. Yeah, the Wadi How by Shimei Shah. So let me just start up again. Ecclesiasticus 34 and 9. And it reads, a man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.